Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's what? The Pineys. Books 1 through 9. Available now at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, Pierce Brosnan's in this thing too. I think he's Dr. Fate. So this is a DC supernatural movie, and the premise is Black Adam. He was a slave whose son sacrificed himself so he could, I don't know, save himself with superpowers. And now, after thousands of years, he's back, and he don't give an F. He don't give an F. It is a more nuanced version of Black Adam, I guess. In the meantime, it looks like they race swapped the Atom and Hawkman. Yeah. Now Black Adam, he was, I guess, Egyptian. So, I mean, Dwayne is tan enough he can sort of pass for that. This is kind of funny seeing a guy tries to club him and it just bends over his head. He doesn't move. That's a cool effect. He is super powerful. He is, Captain Marvel powerful. I mean, he is a villain. So it's like, I don't know if this movie's going to be worth it. I really don't. Dwayne, as a person, I kind of like him. I think he's kind of a nice guy for the most part. He does get political. He didn't before, but now he's getting political. But to some extent, I think he's a victim of his own success. But much like a guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't really think he can act. He's been okay in a couple of movies, I think. In this, it looks like he's doing some more acting, but it's a lot easier to be a bad guy and just kind of be evil. But this requires a nuanced performance. I'm not sure he's going to pull it off. It's coming to screens in October. Looks like the Suicide Squad guys are involved too. I think these guys are from the Suicide Squad there. I think that guy is. So I'm not quite sure the premise here. I mean, basically it's going to be, yeah, I have superpowers. And Dr. Fate says, superheroes aren't supposed to kill people. And he says something like, I do. So, okay, I guess. But I think there's a real danger here from a creative standpoint of making Black Adam too cool, And they've done this with Venom is a villain, in case you don't know it. Venom is a villain, and then he was sort of rebranded by Marvel because he was so popular they wanted to give him his own book. The Joker is not a good guy either, but the Joker was a good movie. So maybe this is a good movie. I'm not sure. I don't know if throwing the other characters in from DC, the also ran characters like Adam, Hawkman. I don't know why you would race swap Hawkman. He's not even human. He's an alien, at least in the modern incarnation. Unless they're doing the old school one, which I think is a more magical one. Same thing with Adam. I'm not sure why he's even in the mix. If they're just running out of, are they just running out of trademarks at this point over at Warner Brothers? So first act is probably going to be how Black Adam gets his power and the drama of him being killed, and then he gets his superpowers, and then I guess he's somehow, they can't kill him, so he's somehow like trapped, and then many years later he's awakened by these mercenaries, I think, who try to kill him. Or maybe Dr. Fate wakes him up and thinks he can control him, but then he can't. And in the end, he does some good things, and Fate thinks he can make him a good guy. But in the end, he turns evil, which sets us up for the next Captain Marvel movie, or Marvels, or whatever they're calling it. In the end, I think Black Adam kills everybody. I'm gonna say he tries to be good and it doesn't work. He can't process in the modern age, which in some respects it's gonna be. In that respect, it's probably gonna be a better movie because it's a more interesting character. Rather than just doing another Shazam. But again, it's like these characters are so old. They're from the comics. I already know he's a bad guy. So that's the only way it kind of can go, right? So first act, again, he's a slave. Second act, they wake him up. Third act, he becomes evil. He saves the day, but in the end, he's evil. Something like that. I mean, I gotta hand it to him. He looks great. He looks like Black Adam. This is pretty much how Black Adam looked. I don't know if they added the hood. That was probably an add-on, but I wish he had hair. I think that would have given him a different look. Black Adam has like a receding hairline. I mean, I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. I don't think he was bald. But when you pay all this money for Dwayne Johnson to be in the movie, you want him to look like Dwayne Johnson, I guess. I think it would have behooved him, from an acting standpoint, to change his look a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't change it completely. Just give him like the hair helmet, So I don't know what they're really doing here. There's Dr. Fate. I think it's Dr. Fate. So I don't know. Am I gonna see this movie? I'll wait until the reviews come out. Maybe. I don't know. To me, it doesn't have. I mean, the effects are cool. The effects are very cool. Dwayne moving like a flash to catch a rocket and just looking at it and then it just blows up on him. That's really cool. Some of the other effects are very cool. So I like the effects. And the story will be complicated because it sort of has to be. But I don't know if it'll come together. I do like Shazam, though, so I may go see it because I'm definitely seeing the Shazam movie. I mean, the first Shazam movie is pretty good. Warner Brothers could take it from Marvel. They really could. If Zaslav, turns the boat around and fires all the woke morons. What bothers me is the race swapping because it's unnecessary. It gains you nothing. Especially race swapping everybody, essentially, except for Dr. Fate, I guess, who he's not that old, I don't think, in the comics. Just hire the best actor. Stop doing all this stuff. Stop engaging in all this diversity and BS. I mean, that's pretty much my only reservations. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll go see it. They race swap stuff. Because that opens the door to other woke BS. Is he going to be an enemy of capitalism or some BS? I mean, he's a villain, so I guess that's okay then. Are they going to rehabilitate him and then make him a good guy? I don't think I would like that. I think he has to be a bad guy. But the angle seems to be, well, he's just a guy from another time. He doesn't get the idea that you don't kill people because he was a slave and then this is the way he acts. So that's justified in movie terms. Yeah, that is justified. So I don't know. Will it be a good movie? Man, I don't know. It could go either way. I lean towards no. I think it'll be watchable. I mean, with these effects, I think it'll be at least entertaining somewhat. I like the whole idea of a guy from thousands of years ago suddenly getting powers and arriving in the modern day. So, maybe. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes, and we'll see you in the next one.